Hey there, all you enterprise asset managers out there. Welcome to day 4 of SIMLAB Theme Week. And today we're diving into a really powerful trio of tools: Matterport, SIMLAB SIM-ON, and of course, IBM Maximo.
We always hear about digital transformation, right? But when it comes to asset management, this combination really brings that concept to life.
Absolutely. So before we jump into the specifics, asset management's getting more and more complex every day. I mean, we're dealing with mountains of data pressure to do more with less,
Yeah.
and we always have to make these quick, informed decisions.
It's like solving a puzzle where the pieces just keep changing all the time.
Exactly. And traditional methods, well, they just don't cut it anymore. Spreadsheets, on-site inspections, it's just so inefficient.
Yeah.
What if you could actually see your entire facility virtually, access all the real-time data on every single asset, and then streamline all your workflows all in a single platform?
Yeah.
That's the power we're talking about today.
Moving from reactive asset management to proactive asset management?
So let's break down this power trio a little. First, we've got IBM Maximo. It's the heavy hitter in asset management. It's all about data-driven decisions, helping you manage the entire life cycle of every asset, from acquisition to disposal.
I think of Maximo as the brain giving you insights into asset performance, maintenance needs, and potential risks. But the real magic happens when you combine Maximo with Matterport.
And that's where the wow factor comes in. Matterport creates those amazing 3D digital twins of your facilities. You can virtually walk through your buildings, like you're actually there.
And it's important to point out that these aren't just 3D models, they're capturing real-world conditions, giving you a true visual representation.
Right, you're not just looking at a blueprint. You're seeing the wear and tear on equipment, potential safety hazards, even lighting conditions. It's like X-ray vision for your facilities.
And then comes SIMLAB, SIM-ON, bridging the gap between Maximo's data and Matterport's visuals.
SIM-ON takes those digital twins and makes them something you can really work with. You can add interactive tags, link them to data feeds from Maximo, create task lists, even simulate different scenarios.
It's transforming that visual experience into a truly dynamic platform.
So let's get down to the nitty-gritty. What are the top 3 features Maximo brings to the table, and how are they amplified by Matterport and SIM-ON? I think we got to start with visual asset mapping.
It's so powerful because you're not stuck with those spreadsheets or paper records. Imagine opening a Matterport scan and instantly seeing every piece of equipment, its location and status, all pulled straight from Maximo.
Like a Google Maps for your assets. You can zoom in, click on a piece of equipment, see its whole history, maintenance logs, repair records, warranties, the whole 9 yards.
And for anyone managing those massive facilities, think about the time you save. No more hunting down that one air handler or trying to decipher someone's handwriting.
Okay, visual asset mapping is a game changer. What about remote inspections? That's where Matterport and Maximo really shine together.
Traditionally, inspections meant sending someone on-site time-consuming, costly, sometimes even risky, especially for remote or hazardous locations. With Matterport, you conduct those inspections virtually from your desk.
So you can walk through the facility, zoom in on areas, measure distances, all without leaving your chair.
But it gets even better. Imagine overlaying real-time data from Maximo onto those virtual inspections. You can see temperature readings, check equipment status, identify hazards, all within Matterport.
You're not just seeing what's there, you're understanding how it's all working. It's a live dashboard of your facility.
And it's not just about saving time and money, it's about safety, reducing risk, and making smarter decisions.
Absolutely. So we've got visual asset mapping, remote inspections. What's the third key feature in your book?
Embedded information Matterport lets you add tags and notes, but with SIM-ON, you can link those directly to data in Maximo.
Instead of a note saying check filter pressure, you can click and see the actual pressure readings, its maintenance history, even the supplier's contact info.
Having all that information at your fingertips within the visual context. No more jumping between systems or digging through old files.
Connecting the physical and the digital. It's about understanding your assets, diagnosing problems, and making smarter decisions.
And this is just the tip of the iceberg. We're just scratching the surface here.
I'm already feeling a little overwhelmed. But in a good way, there's so much potential.
Ah.
But before we go too deep, I think we need to step back for a second. So what? What are the real-world benefits of all this?
That's what we're going to explore in the next part of our deep dive. Welcome back. We've talked about what Matterport, SIMLAB, SIM-ON, and IBM Maximo can do, but now let's get down to how this actually helps you, our enterprise asset managers.
Sometimes the tech sounds great, but it's hard to see how it makes your day-to-day better. What are the top 3 benefits companies see when they implement these tools?
The first one that really stands out is enhanced decision-making. You've got Maximo's data analytics and Matterport's visuals. It's like going from a black and white manual to a full-blown interactive documentary.
Instead of just numbers, you actually see how those numbers relate to your assets, their condition, location, everything.
Exactly. And that means better insights. You can spot trends, see problems before they get serious, and make smarter decisions about maintenance upgrades, resource allocation.
You're not just reacting. You're preventing problems before they even happen.
Right. Which brings us to the second benefit. Faster resolution times. When something breaks down, every minute costs you money. This combo helps you identify and address issues quicker.
Okay, walk me through it. Let's say a sensor goes off in Maximo. What happens?
Well, instead of sending someone in blind, you can visit that asset in the Matterport model, see its exact location, surrounding environment, even check historical data.
So you're gathering intel before you even take action.
Exactly. Then, using SIM-ON, you create a task right in the digital twin, assign it to a technician, attach all the documentation, and even give visual instructions.
They show up prepared, knowing exactly what to do and having all the information.
No more wasted time on back-and-forth calls, searching for records, or making extra trips. It's huge for efficiency.
Okay, better decisions, faster fixes. What's the third big benefit?
Improved collaboration. It's always a challenge getting everyone on the same page. Maintenance operations management.
Everyone's getting different priorities, different ways of talking.
Yeah.
It's easy to end up in silos.
But this changes things. It's a shared platform everyone understands.
Instead of trying to explain something complex over email, you literally walk through it together in the digital twin.
You can point out issues, add notes, even chat in real time.
And because it's linked to Maximo, you can connect those discussions to asset records, maintenance histories, budgets, the whole picture.
Total transparency. Everyone sees the same information, works towards the same goals.
Okay, so these benefits sound great, but can you give us a real example?
Absolutely. Let's think back to that manufacturing facility. They were struggling with monitoring equipment, workflows. They felt overwhelmed.
Buried in spreadsheets and paper.
Right. But implementing these tools made a big difference. They could see their whole facility in Matterport, get real-time data from Maximo, and use SIM-ON to manage everything.
So what were the results?
They saw a big reduction in downtime. They could identify problems early on and schedule maintenance before things went critical.
Especially in manufacturing. That's huge.
And it wasn't just preventing issues. They optimized their maintenance activities, streamlined work orders, dispatched technicians more efficiently.
It's not just the tech. It changes how you work.
Right. And the final piece was the improved collaboration. They broke down those silos. Everyone had the same information and could work together.
Maintenance talking with operations, management, seeing what's happening, everyone on the same page.
It wasn't just about efficiency. It was about creating a better work environment.
Okay, so we've covered the benefits.
Yeah.
But you mentioned SIM-ON has some AI features too. Can you tell us more?
Of course, SIM-ON's already great at connecting Matterport and Maximo, but we're always looking to make it smarter. And that's where AI comes in.
What kind of AI are we talking about?
One thing is automated asset tagging. Imagine scanning your facility and having the AI recognize and tag every piece of equipment automatically.
That would be a game changer.
But we're also looking at using AI to analyze data from your assets, spot patterns, predict failures before they happen.
Taking things to a whole new level.
The possibilities are huge. We can optimize maintenance, personalize dashboards, even suggest cost-saving measures.
This is the future of asset management. But let's bring it back to our listeners. What's the key takeaway from all of this?
By combining Matterport, IBM Maximo, and SIMLAB SIM-ON Enterprise Asset Managers can unlock a level of efficiency and collaboration we've never seen before.
It's about taking control, making better decisions, and creating a safer, more efficient future.
And if you want to learn more about SIMLAB SIM-ON, be sure to. And welcome back to our deep dive into Matterport, SIMLAB SIM-ON, and IBM Maximo. We've covered a lot of ground talking about features, benefits, and even peeked into that exciting AI-powered future.
Yeah, but one thing that's come up again and again is this idea of collaboration. Having the tools is great, but using them effectively as a team, that's the real challenge.
Absolutely. And a lot of companies struggle with that. Different departments, different priorities. Sometimes it feels like everyone's speaking a different language.
Working in silos, even when they're all trying to achieve the same goal.
Exactly. And that's where SIMLAB SIM-ON really comes in. It's not just software. It helps teams communicate and work better together.
Right. And it all starts with that shared visual platform we talked about.
Those Matterport digital twins. Instead of static reports, emails, spreadsheets, everyone can actually see the same information in context.
So a maintenance tech can show an operations manager a problem, An engineer can walk a CFO through a proposed solution. Literally everyone's on the same page.
Exactly. And it goes beyond just seeing. SIM-ON has built-in tools for real-time interaction. Teams can chat, share notes, even tag each other in specific spots within the digital twin.
So let's say a technician finds a leak during an inspection. Instead of calling someone trying to explain where it is, they just tag the spot in the Matterport model and send a message.
And the manager sees exactly what they're seeing, can ask questions, give guidance, assign the task to the right person, all without leaving their desk.
It's like a virtual walkie-talkie, a shared whiteboard, and a task management system, all in one.
Exactly. And speaking of task management, that's another area where SIM-ON really helps teams stay organized and make sure nothing falls through the cracks.
Yeah, we touched on this before, but it's so important for collaboration. Teams can create tasks, assign them, set deadlines, track progress, all within the digital twin.
No more sticky notes, missed deadlines, or confusion about who's doing what. Everything is transparent. Everyone's accountable.
And because it's integrated with Maximo, you can connect those tasks to asset records, maintenance histories, even procurement processes.
It's a seamless flow of information. Decisions are made together. Everyone knows what needs to happen.
Okay, so let's go back to our manufacturing facility example. How does SIM-ON actually improve collaboration for them?
Well, one area where they saw a huge difference was in maintenance coordination. Before, it was a lot of back and forth between maintenance, operations, production.
Trying to schedule downtime, make repairs, and minimize disruption.
Right. But with SIM-ON, they could use the digital twin to plan everything together. They could see what shutting down a certain piece of equipment would actually look like.
Identify potential conflicts and find the most efficient way to get the work done.
So instead of working in isolation, they could plan together, communicate clearly, and keep things running smoothly.
And it wasn't just maintenance. They used SIM-ON for safety inspections, energy audits, even planning new installations.
What's really cool is that SIM-ON doesn't just fix a specific problem, it creates a whole new way of working.
It empowers teams, it makes communication easier, and it builds a real culture of collaboration.
And that's what makes this combination of tools so powerful. It's not just about the technology, it's about the people. Using it to work better, make smarter decisions, and ultimately build a more successful business.
And if you're ready to explore this world of collaborative asset management, we encourage you to visit us at www.sim-on.com and click on Contact Us. You can also check out some great WGAN-TV podcast episodes featuring SIMLAB. Just head over to wgan.info/SIMLAB on WGAN. They've got some great demos and insights that really dive into this topic.
Well, that wraps up our deep dive into Matterport, SIMLAB, SIM-ON, and IBM Maximo. It's been a great discussion.
Thanks for joining us. We hope you found this helpful, and we're excited to see how these tools can transform your asset management processes.